Koyi masa wonu de ne nsam yenu ni ade obetimi de ya kronobo na koyi ma nya bibia nkonkowia se obi kala TV no no a wate kakra ye beko na nso kakra wo behu no wo de kakra kan wa ma no
Abusiafo e de koyi ma sami ne nsama hudo pi e na aka bomu ayede ebre wa obetie wa Bono FM 107.5 e wa Bono mantem no mo Angel FM 95.5 Watakrade, Test FM Wokoforidia, Western FM 100.9, Darling FM 90.9 Cape Coast, Opemu 90.5 Ewa Manso and Twelcroom, KFM 103.5 Ewa Tachiman, Chias FM 100.5 Ewa Sunyane, Sanswana Angel 92.3 was Sunyane, and OFM 107.7 Ewa Obuase, Angel 96.9 Watamale, Voice 93.9 Agunan Kwanta, Republic 97.5 Wonkoko, Fresh FM Ewo Kede, Sanswana Obo FM Wasankrigwa, Osanti and Kawa Rejoice 101.7 Womim, Rabi 1 TV Okumase, Owas FM 107.3, Enso Otakwa, and Hames Radio Enso Ewo Gos 106.5, and Afi Wasum. Hoyina Utienina Ewo Hop. A sign nam Ewo Angel TV so, yeah, Facebook, and YouTube. Any other platforms ni na eso enwumre kan ho na yemwakwaba Shem abusiafo yemwakwaba yehye ensem no ase. Woman Ghana brebi ni eka budget ya wo bia pu ekotena TV ho so okohwe evise anya hwe no. De besi ya na etasi e wo budget mu. Eye se yewura akwasi botwe. Wo behwe na watimi atu anamon bi na watete petrol so. O kai sabre no. Enu free mu a yesi TV ne san mo nchake man. Enu free mu a yi petrol ene niema hudo bi free budget ni mu no ase budget na kwa akoye brofo ene sese opihye nipa be yedu na ubisa wo mo se ne budget no den ena pani a wona oye aban foto samfo wode atu dwa obeka nche se mante wiu in fact nipa du na be hia wo mo a metumi aka nche se emu enkron beka nche se wo mo ante hwe na de ekwaso no yenhwe bia na yebetun abubu bi mu kakra na yabo ne yes na yakoyanim woman Ghana mu sesei yede ye cars eba asa cars ye charge ye fene EVs no anase electric vehicles no ebi ahase eba Ghana ha na nsen kura wo ya vice president eko ebia ba kon ekokohweye se de wo mo ye won ho ekosen na enumu ena budget di akoba ne se aban kye se parts ahodo ene eye electric cars ho niema ahodo e de bo man Ghana mu nyina no aban ne se bye bye owevu ne nyina enu achi ukaya parliament ekoye atwema mentwe kakra efa to ahodo a na egu pad so se emayi a wo mukọ efiche bosome womo kwa omo wade bi a eno na womo de nonom de eba no ti womo de fam ho aka ntete ne ye nananom womo eyusu amonsen ene ye ne brofo amonsen bi a kyese ne entuma yi womo kyekyere ne se ya na womo won special pa na womo de amo owi a na wasi ahata na kyese ne sa ena no womo ye no ena akwasi buroni ba na wasi no nya fine mo ba ko bo efe na use and trade away na yede no ba na ne womo use ya pad different ones ebi kura wo ha say ye cotton no wo mpia hyem ene ebi womo de to viare no so say ya na ne nyina no ne bo na ahuru kosoro enye nokre
de hin ye di hyem
ama ye obi wo ye pia hyem
Brako fu de ko wani
ahoma so ebusi
can lie papa
ama ba cha comment section
ukowo eno ye de ukowo
comment section mo ntwetwe mra ye obi wo ho ama hwe obi wo ama yi miss in fact in fact different types different na ni nyina no bo no ahuri kosoro ni nyina ne se etro bi eguso sa taxi speaker kra bu fuye pa edwaye se adan na ama akwaba ne se pad nso ye de tro etroto so enye fine ti ene akwaba sesese de minister se sa pad ho wonka se de February no wose de produce no Ghana ha ye so tax enyina ede afri ho nti taxes on locally produced sanitary pads abane se wayi ede afri ho nti se kwaba ne se obi aya na dwen so be pad ha valid other tax VAT no 0%. Grants, import duty waivers, raw materials ayede yesa bi oha obonse no omo krakra mint ne ne bi unse part ne bi oha omo sheda de ne bi frafra mu ni ade a unse ade no ankasa na ya na ewo inside o nti ni nyina na bi oha omo kra yesi no nso ya wave bye bye ya yesa tax no e de afri ho na afi flat rate 5% and you replace 15% standard VAT rate na ewo ho ema commercial properties no so say ye tu no so ho anamo na wo hwe to a ya yi bi afri so no a akame ya say kwa animu na yentie ensem ahodo a minister waka ye no yentie bi.
Further to the above, the following reliefs have been prioritized for implementation. To extend, Mr. Speaker, the zero rate of VAT on locally manufactured African prints for 2 more years. Mr. Speaker, to waive import duties on import of electric vehicles for public transportation for a period of 8 years. Mr. Speaker, to waive import duties on semi-knocked down and completely knocked down electric vehicles imported by registered EV assembly companies in Ghana for a period of 8 years. Mr. Speaker, to extend zero rate of VAT on locally assembled vehicles for 2 more years. Mr. Speaker, to zero rate VAT on locally produced sanitary pads. Mr. Speaker, to grant import duty waivers for raw materials for the local manufacture of sanitary pads. Mr. Speaker, to grant exemptions on the importation of agricultural machinery equipment and inputs and medical consumables, raw materials for the pharmaceutical industry. Mr. Speaker, a VAT flat rate of 5% to replace the 15% standard VAT rate on all commercial properties will be introduced to simplify administration.
Usiafo minister enchemu a wode ebae no eto de ye eto yi akwan eto de especially track akese no ena ese mu yi track akese ye free way eno so Ghana for say wo mu ani age ho pa good na waside tudwa o se nra mekan abra na yedi la General Hospital ho nkomo no meka se de niema ekoyi de ba o mi se bia budget nya abotebe pie minister say next week government a conclude negotiations ni bibia with the contractors enti mu bia nsuru wa wala bia no hwe ni mu bulldozers niema eba ho abetu foundation ye be hase.
Mr. Speaker, government has renegotiated the contract terms of the large general hospital project and will now be funded through the national budget. The contractor is expected, Mr. Speaker, to be back on site next week to complete a significant amount of work by 2024. Mr. Speaker, to improve connectivity within the sub-region and facilitate tourism, the upgrading of the Tamale Airport has been completed. To complement this effort and facilitate trade through Ghana's transit corridor, the construction of the Buankra Integrated Logistical Terminal is being executed and is about 54% complete. Following the approval of Ghana's Energy Transition Investment Plan, government has commenced the development of a national electric vehicle policy as part of efforts to create an enabling environment for the uptake of electric vehicles.
And electric vehicles so the end wakano and la hospital no so say the did no was say bibia bedruna sum enti otu ho na more next week won be hyase na negotiations na wie sare the contractor for no e be hyase na wo mo aye adwuma electric vehicles so na ehon to so yeyi no but ma wo say comment section man for twetwe na bet for no so mo pese yeyi mo to no di free ho mon trust into news na bia na adrum so because budget na ebu ni kakra ma bu kakra ma me
mami mu kakra mfa ma we ene na budget ni mu a ena ken oforiata e de ato dwa se ye nuanom a ewo me pene ne mpotem titu ni akosombo ehwa nansei ena viarefo ebie sutare na ewo ho no eni yiri efa adehye dodo na ewo mpotem ho na ne wo de ato dwa wo mrahye bedwafiem se Ghana ban etiti ni morem kakra na sa sika ne kra wo che se IMF sika na ebe no se abaw se ni afe na ebe bawo se ni abadada ne nso atwam no ebi na omo peto ho a wo che se 220 million ene na yeyi a ye de kwakọbọ ye nuanom ewo kokra no medika akwakoye o madoye sonko kra omo kọ no aduane nie nsuo nie ntade nie solar lamps nie ene ye de ka ho dodo na e de kọma awom na wo srese ye nyina ye nkoso mompa ye emfa entwen entina atwenye mu pa esanse de tie bia no eyade a ye nuanom a ewo empotem hon obi ho betom sika na ye twa 220 million Ghana cedis a ye de kwakọbọ ye nuanom.
Mr. Speaker, the Akosomo Dam spillage. Mr. Speaker, in the last few months, we have been witnesses to the devastating effect of the Akosomo Dam spillage. It follows excessive rainfall recorded in the country. To preserve the structural integrity of the dam, the Volta River Authority commenced controlled spilling on 15 September 2023. This led to the flooding of downstream communities in parts of Volta, Eastern and Greater Accra regions. The heavy rainfall also caused flooding upstream of the Akosomo Dam and impacted communities in the Savannah, Oti, and Bono East regions. Government through VRA and NADMO and various agencies under the 13-member high-level interministerial committee headed by the Chief of Staff, comprising of the Ministries of Energy, Finance, Local Government, Environment, Interior, Health, Sanitation, and Water Resources, Defense, Roads, Information, Health, and Gender, have provided various forms of support to the impacted communities. The support included food and related items, drinks, mattresses, mosquito nets, coils, clothes, baby food and diapers, sanitary pads, treated water services and storage tanks, solar lamps, sanitation services, utility services, social infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, the visit of the Minister
Finance Minister Ken Oforiata wa manso wa eno de to Ghana fo nyina nim se enei ye ka free SHS a o wa ba be bo adwuma pa be bo adwuma pa enasuafo dodo na ena omanya eso emfa so no che se sika aban dia hyem 8 billion.
Mr. Speaker, we have worked hard and invested significant resources, and being sure of this knowledge, I can confidently assert that over the past 7 years, every sector has been positively impacted. Every household has been positively impacted by our social intervention programs. And every region has been positively impacted. Indeed, President Akufo-Addo has deepened decentralization development by investing 442 million to create and resource 6 new administrative regions, the most in our history since independence. Consistent with our policy on what we call preferential options for the poor, i.e. leaving no one behind, we have been historic in enhancing social mobility and protected the vulnerable in our society. In this regard, we have since 2017 improved access to quality senior high school education for about 5.7 million Ghanaians by investing 8 billion cedis in the future of our next generation. We have increased enrollment and learning outcomes of 3.8 million pupils by investing over 3.6 billion in the school feeding program.
Ken Oforiata kuntunkunku Mr. White eni ensem no waburu bi so pa nti ene free SHS afane ntoma papa fra wa kraka e de asisu dua se ene aban nwuma ni nyina obi anya ne hye efiefie bia ma obi anya ne hye amantam bia obi anya ne hye ni nyina eye ne yakon mabosika no se de kobubu ne tot no eno ane yensu yebubu e de mawe
Thomas Nyabotre na bet no yenya se ba mu dia yegu so kan ye hwe budget no dia call ba se bet no mani abre too much. What about bet?
Ade sunti bet for so mama anu amra man mo de akoye de
Dabi na bet ne pad ade the same.
Not the same. But so bia man ani abre ba ye de nyame adom ani abre because I no pay me kan ho asem
Mo pad no.
Oh yeah pad na say it aden
Pad. Abusianfo yankwa nimu ye da so budget no mu a na mom weekend ne ba niema egu so kokokoko hyehyehye ti wo event ne wo ho kope enje cola fasi ho na wo ne ba wo de ama wo mo anom wo mo ntwini mi ne wo mo mfili eno ene anom ne asese wo bia anom enje cola ye wo angel peach wo ho ye wo angel orange wo ho wo angel mango wo ho ti wo de okwa outumi em mix kura de ma na ese we kakra ya hye tasty we wo so ba num ni nyina nso ede ti ope bi aton a o friend customer helpline 0244 832286 0244 832286 ya no bedi nkomo ne ya hwe ba bi a wo no wholesaler oben wo na ya kirew na watumi akoho okwakotu bi na odi age wani kakra but odan ne de ho ayefi a omo ba fie wai kopɛ deluxe paint ne ka ho fast na dan no ho enye fe dan ho ye fa emobi ahunu se ampa fie hofo mudim hu ni ti paint dan no ho fe na enkoyi obi bi sa me se na 11 ho abin so obi sa se 11 so ye yi ana hwe ti o te se o te hokra ma odwe ne ho a wonte ase first na nka wo send this from our bank account e de ko wa wo phone so a se obo ana aba na de 11 abet won se ye na edi kan sha asemanfo jai transfer pa e na ekoduru se wo ye hu hwe yi se omanfo asan wo ye da ante se omanfo send e na momofo no agent no me de camera sa simu so me hwehwe mo o mpese e be kyewa sesa se obi yi sika every 1000 ekwa charge no 10 cedis but almost shada say bia we yi 20 bia 1000 we yi 2000 almost say charge near 20 Ghana we yi 1000
charge 30 Ghana ne ade
there be 10 cedis from 1000 Ghana upwards mo shada bi how you say me yi kakra de ma me yi 1000 am de man ma yi 1000 am de man no wa keka bo ma yi age bia 10 Ghana e wo so sa we say
5000 kra
10 Ghana
and sister ya bumi
well he has break you serious na crime mo amon ye no ye be block mo sims bebre a lot of the sim cards will be blocked my record bebre ubeja kra na my can record my record bebre but we because I am still sending people around and I am recording your faces I am giving it to MTN and the telcos. Why are you doing that? Ye ho chire ye mo so be say ye ho san chire ye more why rule nature say below we ni there 1 CD ni we say bia o send 5 and 5 sa but from 1000 charge no 10 Ghana nti say 20,000 2000 3 sa 10 Ghana mo ashada mo bu ne to mo shada say o mintimi nyim ti yi we a no we yi we no we yi we
adwenkese
ti I'll catch you all Watch out for me. Mr. Our Finance Minister, Eguso, the ne budget no hon sem tudwa. The atieni Finance Minister Ken Oforiata. Wasn't another Danko Akufo-Addo sie pa mamu bi a emuda ho krojin very transparent and accountable. Ewo Ghana yabakọ semu. Obi a he cannot lie. Our kanokre o ma bibia ye French mu a eye Nana Addo Danko Akufo-Addo amamu ya. Wase munyi nanse ya implementation Public Financial Management Act. Awama ya implement no. Eno kra sia mache se emu aye Frenchim na magana fo hu se aban we waka nokre. We are very transparent. Agubia eniho.
16 Act 921 was passed to regulate the financial management of the public sector within a macroeconomic and fiscal framework. This law sets out stringent accounting, audit, and reporting requirements for public funds. As the first finance minister to oversee the implementation of this critical law, I am confident that this government has been the most transparent and accountable in our history. Over the past 7 years, I have laid before this House 55 statutory reports to fulfill the provision of this law. These include the annual report on petroleum funds, report on the utilization of the African levies as examples.
Enti Nanado amamuo no ne sika sam ne niam nyina o very transparent pa. Na kind of for yata se Nanado asen ya ade ya mpene no pretenten preti awa ne nyina ne se Ghana economy no se mo wura fi na CD dollar yamana ye do wa bunu wasi say CD no wa stable. Wasi CD no wa stable baby ogina no wogina ho pintin wasi peg sa dollar ne hwe na so no wahim kakra no wasan begina ho no wa hwe dollar no so asum na dollar na harry you just say wogina ho asi peg pa no wo ka say the CD na asi aye stable say wo pam no na wo ma dollar no aye do no a Ghana mo bia nkasa na Nado nya ade wose na ban wa ya ade pa.
The CD has stabilized against the US dollar since early 2023. With a year to date, Mr. Speaker, a year to date cumulative depreciation of 25% compared to 54% in 2022. Specifically, Mr. Speaker, the CD has only depreciated by 6.4% on cumulative basis since February 2023, compared to, Mr. Speaker, 53.9% over the same period in 2022. The stability of the CD largely reflects the positive impact from the restoration of economic activity, including robust economic growth, improvement in the current account position, improvement in forex liquidity following the IMF ECF inflows, Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase program, reduced speculative forex demand as market confidence.
Abusianfo nti na CD no yese in fact CD ni say wanam 12 11 ne 12 one wanam no right then
stable
chese baby adu no why stable wo ho
wagina ho hwa na ogina o market time wo hwa ntum
baby o no enye o
awan so no say obegina ti yema ni nyina ho
Abusianfo yentie ba konson kan ho Ghana in fact nyame anya ya bro wa maye bibia ma ye ntontom atrapia kra de any food everything nyankopon amaye bi gold timber bauxite diamond eden ye wo bibia everything we have some including kwakumanu just bibia wo hwehwe wo wiase bia no ubenya bi e wo Ghana afede opani kind of riata ene budget no wasi ensan mo say ye ni asia de ya wasi say agenya de foforo bi ye fa ni lithium na na de batteries no lithium no say no so sika wom papa yeah why you when him say we TV we dua na meka me dem so nkra me mbu fu me what say lithium aba na lithium no oh Ghana for yam ye ninye o kai abra nya petrol no ye singing competition kura ho ene ye to dwom a na petrol ba ye what say beboa papa ama lithium Ghana stock exchange da sha se e koso kura da ti obi a emana ninye.
A new and exciting opportunity is Ghana's newfound wealth in lithium and graphite, which will be extracted in line with the green minerals policy to support our energy transition. Mr. Speaker, the Minerals Income Investment Fund has acquired a 6% contributing interest in Atlantic Lithium's Ghana portfolio. This will lead us to a new negotiating posture for all future extractive industry investments. Mr. Speaker, in line with Ghana's localization policy, Atlantic Lithium will list on the Ghana Stock Exchange to further enhance and deepen local participation.
I was here for say entire ya lithium so aka ho nti me se wa Sunday mo kwa so da mo na Awurade asema me ampara ho wa ya de papa say wa magana lithium enya bebre was say then we are exporting the way atom 2 and here they have Philip Gemfi atom was say upon what Baumia said to ban betting they will increase it 25% if MPP retain power. Hey, maybe on so therefore Francis Oxford nyame. Yes, was it then we are expecting atom 2? Okay.
See enya lithium. Yenya e wo gold. Ye wo oil. Nti ye benya atom aka.
Yenya beryllium, ni yenya sa omo per elements ni na bi won. When ye was it gold ni oil kra na ye den na lithium. Share upon Dominic ni nyina no mesrawa o ya driver na otiemi a bowura go why na ko fill tank no na say one will be 24 go ye Ghana ye oil papa na ewo ho okwa agi momo ye all forms of payment enti ye ntem ne bra beto fu ho driver fo amutiemi no monwura go obehunu say mu gauge no eda yie fine bibia ekoyi enti to fu no ewo ho Rokasare say Brakofi Ghana city is very strange than other countries, so stronger than strange. It could be strange. Ghana city is strange.
Stronger than is.
I don't want to dream. Watch strange also says like that. Who's a Ghana city now? Is strange.
No, that is not mine.
Kawaii.
And you not can oforiata gusujina na na so kasa. And yes, my bear to say don't really bear me and son. And original and now so kasa and then the one musu Bible quotations not the back in the moi a do baby not the Genesis abe film. Na say one in the moi. Ne do baby a wakasa no kache Ghana for say no cre wakasa memo na nya aduana wobwa waje tumu pa say memo ne do baby na ye dem pa titiru COVID-19 ba ya te se 2019 2020 2021 ma last year 2022 na say enye memu aye bare pa e de am man Ghana 2023 kra invitiation na enye easy anya better kra ye de hwehwe so epempem so nkakra nanso ene obetimi de nsesi ne bwaka se economy no kona bia ye kwhye ye no ye firi kona nim ya tiesi N1 ne so se ye nam la pass kwan mu ha ye do angel anim ha se kwan no edam tron ena ye na mu na ye kɔ ena watchem say ene baby ye nyin ko averagely na say ye nam 3.2% or anchiche mu miensa echiri po mienu ene nam kwan so no ye first quarter afiye mu na say ye peje ye mu nkakra na wache say ewo mu say economy no ye hwe fom etete pansam na nso ene nyame adom empeja ya yetimi apeja ye mu ababedu yen eyo mampani na nado dankwakufu ado ene na adwempo a da ne da woda na obọ mpa ye magana na obọ mpa ye magana na ya konche magana nti ne Ghana kona ye boy ye kwhye nyame adarumenti ya peja ye mu eda bebesi N1 so Ken Oforiata ensem eni.
Mr. Speaker, we also saw the damaging effect that the economic downturn had on Ghana's already stretched revenues. This was even made worse by the additional expenditures that were required during the COVID-19 pandemic to ensure that life and livelihoods were protected. Mr. Speaker, 2020 was also in an election year, the first ever election in the Fourth Republic with zero donor funding. However, government sensitivity to our people was remarkable. No layoffs in the public service, salaries were dutifully paid over the year, and free water and electricity for the entire population was provided, especially the lifeline consumers. Indeed, entrepreneurship was not ignored as this House passed the 600 million CD CAPBAS program for GEA, which was effectively deployed. Mr. Speaker, permit me to clarify that the disruption to our macroeconomic path over the last few years was not peculiar to Ghana. The global disruption to supply chains, adjustments to new forms of work, and shifts in demand pursued some of the most cataclysmic effects on inflation and growth worldwide. This set off the worst form of global cost of living crisis since World War II. We turned the corner when in record time we completed the IMF first review of 6 performance criteria, 3 indicative targets, and 3 structural benchmarks. Our task now and in the medium term is twofold: to maintain stability and to keep on growing. We are determined to remain on the course of increased growth, currency stability, and disinflation over the medium term. Our future growth prospects are certainly brighter, and I'm confident that this budget, this victory budget, this Inkunim budget, would ensure that we boldly walk on a sustainable path towards creating decent jobs and wealth for our people. For with national dedication, the Lord will continue to give us treasures from dark places and hidden riches in secret places.
Ken Oforiata Mansowa, I know and called the quotation about Kokraba FM, one can read. Now, when we any sign of some money on my trust, is a man and me buy, Mijama so make Casania so Casa. And I watch him say 2021, budget a buy Dinka Krakana net dasso, Ghana for boy and some sure Edemano, near friend about Tampa. Any nufuta braba will be a kwa no akoba na num no akoso kakra e de agu milk de ni enum kwa any edu 2022 wo ba na ye friend sen wo se ye friend nkabom wo do na ye unity so ahun any ye kabom se ya wo bi ntimi ntete Ghana for ntam da biara da enti say ye kokọ ye nima na okogina wo kasa wie ya no se ya meba we nso me didin ba ye edian ba ye afie kra de me the green bag na koye unse da biara na ebi o na ye brown and answer ash bag, no the nama, and then the green bag. What a budget in your friend in Kunim budget. Victory budgeter, we did the pass and ne Ghana, you ash and the bag. Brako visit a bag we cry, and that's why green. Where's the way a come up? Where let that come up green. For the first time, we cry green bag. Designer green bag. And you shouldn't a man who say green. I saw you green issue. I saw the entire combination. Sir, Mr. White in a day will be any friend, Mr. White. Now bag green bag na ya not type brown I say the nance neighbor camera go down into a chest say any affair budget no e yenkunim.
To realize our common aspiration, Mr. Speaker, to realize our common aspiration, Mr. Speaker, we must continue to speak one language. This is Ghana, a nation united in diversity, a resilient nation on the path to manifest destiny. Every opportunity to safeguard our progress must be protected by adherence to exhortations of Genesis 11:6, that if we speak one language, we can do the impossible. Mr. Speaker, we therefore present to you the Inkunim victory budget, a people with a manifest destiny for greatness. We are resilient and we shall prevail because, Mr. Speaker, as we have always said, the battle is indeed the Lord's.
The battle is still the Lord's. In Genesis 11:6, or say, "Na ye kakasa baako, ni ye kan ye hu bomu dia, ne etie bia ye bedi nkunim Genesis 11:6 nkunim budget Ken Oforiata aka kuntunkunku Mr White ninsem no ebi no
for na ye twaso I say yes ensa abode no ye nwie and na finance minister then 72 dwa ewie ye no wato din nkunim budget yesi a make say empanimfo aye krado de den na say de me di eyase ensa abode yenko extra owusuakufo na yebisa ne say budget no yesi afani nkunim budget no say hwe mo hwe me na me minister of communication me san ye MP mamanfo e wa Blekuma West na metumi aka say Ghana fo e wo ha nyina chese oh momo aban no abaso o hwe to ahodo a wayiyi de afiri ho sabre kura bosia ahodo ye nenam IMF ni ade aban no ayade
financing and so we have to pay for to finance our own development. The training kakranka na yenyi na yon hurry. To me so upe niramkania upe sio upe rural internet. That's upe wenyi na ya confiscan Applying for first can one no the said the only way to finance your development anywhere in the world is through either taxation, through dividends and through loans.
Yeah, me Esla also kufo and na wotin no abaya de nemum was a Ghana for enhwe na obia entuato say tro no amade e be den pa e de amaban na say to de Ghana ni bia tu obi osani mom obi atua obi ato we bia atua ba na de he bia waka ayi for every general a tax we no enti wakyerɛ sɛ ɛno obia entua na aban no anya sika atumi ɛde aboye ho bra na Honorable Paul Chum Berima wɔyɛ MP Mamanfo Doma East the okay
Flash break there and something warehouse in the city and think about fact. The
I was a former fan chain say no na one tin ye papa but Doma East Mrashe Biani and our tin na MP Emma Takrade on one son I was sign a ya to Eman Temu or so for Kwabena or Cheda Kumensa. Watch us a budget way, Emma Ghana for being one here, Womuka Cranity true. Ene womu a eye enyuma ewa Ghana ha womu a eye niema hodo te se pad de ya womu a eye wa no ene ada eniema bi no womu nyina sese wombenya holiday kakra na ama womu asomo adwo
in the budget you be lewu there energy Latin America them because at least one more year ya tie was the economy no one starts or change and nando that alone is enough hope. Let's hope of what no biara so to plan not mushim na national brabo in the community na brabo in the Ghana so into the fact that the economy is growing means that now when you put in an investment or put in any effort you're also going to get the reward for it. The cheddar upon from COVID time or disrupting the economy not up to this time and now do not some no okay this economy no or say able to be a picture in this one that's not as a party and as a government there possible. Two, and Yama you a lot of tax waivers. Today I want to manufacture sanitary pad in Adu Ghana. There's tax waiver for them, and that is very good because Yama before one day sanitary pads now then you create problem.
I was for Western Regional Minister and what's in no. Now we are near Bopin minority leader, Honorable Ato Forcing, ban. And ye be son say ye would buy budget no who say was say ah empty there na mo wom yes tax or say hwe ahwe nim wopa mo mie budget na mo hwe hwe nim who te was say a very 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 empty budget.
Mr. Speaker, let me say that this particular budget is the true definition of an empty budget. Clearly, Mr. Speaker, the NPP government has said bye-bye to the people of Ghana. This budget is insensitive and out of touch. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Minister, you and members of the economic management team, led by our Vice President, you are leaving behind a bankrupt economy.
Honorable Minority Leader, address the chair.
Mr. Speaker, it is important for us to note that this government is leaving behind a bankrupt economy. This government is leaving behind a default economy, or in other words, yentia economy.
Economy no yes your friend yentia economy. Enti atoforsen na oti ho ho no was budget ne de we HSE nanado ene ba omia wo mo eko wo mo anya hwe empty budget e no mba bejaye. Na ya ojo bo twere wo comment section we say Mumra Libya mehwe oye open ye wo enso anyina ma hoden free ensuo free we ye free Ghana oda so ble na mo ble na member of parliament ma group ye pro east Dr. Kwabena Donko enso kasaye yenti
ye wo hwe ya aman yosema na wo hwe titru ye electricity ya edi empa ni aka e wo budget wo beka metu aka so e na de meda edi ni aka o edi empa obisi yi etu yi tuo no bi afiri so etu ba ni yi afiri so wo hu de edi aba no sabe at the parliament can pekwaku anansin kunta gu bia so what me enu afiri me iwo ma me sabe sidi me enu na fe wo je sidi edu ba ko afiri me se mo na ka je so am miska wa je miska ye kan say yi
enti wase atoɔ no ɛda so ɛwɔ hɔ enti ɛtoɔ bɛn ɛne ayi ɛde afiri hɔ akɛseɛ no ana ɛnketoa no wase ɛtoɔ nko a Linda Dai ɛne wɔtwerɛ no baeɛ wase mehwɛ mo life ɛwɔ London Brako fi Ghana mpanimfoɔ deɛ not and the capital not nana kwesi wase konya if you need nkunim song abi the nkunim ankasa but we live to see was it Brako fi come to Libya amakan ya no dada Linda died na koma and wo de edi agro Facebook or no Poilus ewa kaswa was say American town Kinky house it is possible with Dr. Baumia template ni bi da ho ama eko anywhere na
Mami nkomanim dia ma na mami misam se aye nyame adom ya yi eto e dia fisa ni tripad so no ene ebomade aso onsa beka nafa lady clean so no clinic ase o kama me honye kama ese pad so ebo no miji se e be ba from kama nti se utotu na se be bia balance dia ma Fernandom Heba Center was 0268229862 and 0240 98159 na say eno ano agenkwa liquid fertilizer mpacho akuafo no ye kan mo asem pa ye ba be che fertilizer na eye agenkwa liquid fertilizer ene ye ba be che e dia mam sanse 2024 ye be ye kua pa ama ye nya aduane adi doso kama pa entifre s AJ Agrochemicals. It was 0535 007 502 and 0266 300 068. Na say no ano. Ena ventures say baby edu na say da. Emo ya sum dwe ye ho dwodwe pa into odin papa ba. Kola pass Bigor Junction kwa ubenya bi. And say for 0267 386 231. Afi my enfi budget num nseme. Na say budget ni ye kenkan na nkrofo bi so gbokro no wachire. Ye kenkan budget na nkrofo nso ye niema wachire pa. Na ye kokwa upra so. No wo asante poemantem ye Kwawu South Municipality. Krobi a wo ye frɛ no Asante Krom. Na brantie bi wo ho. Abrantie te sɛ Koyima ene omunya ka Koyima no ama otu. Koyima no apagya na beti. Koyima no oma thumbs up. Sa Koyima ginidi onye. Sa me catch say Koyima. Na hwe bre ya beti Koyima. Mega mine.
Acquire
where 6 packs and 7. And I need packs in the crown my
pack no top.
I need the top. As a guna betty.
Yes.
And I want to channel. Oh, Koyima.
Na funu so de end e frat.
Na funu e frat. E frat. And I send the 2 crowns over. Why
on the boxer shorts
and I must say the original. Nti Koyima ni we nigga on the lalas no na bodje send kakra o we shape bra no we nigga man we. What the brabere Koyima e bi kwa na boy ya o. We bi na boy. Koyima di Koyima say ya tintintiniti saa yes obodi kakra wa bo kakra ntu we an ne mazels na ba kakra wotimi chi oto ni so saa e no nam mpotem wo bi anka Koyima sem na Koyima ne na Koyima ni dia te say dodo na friend Koyima na o ba ko san shadakem achimota rubber barwe chenchene un say the wire barwe gina wa chenchene say ya na no na Kwawu praso aposifo che se bra wo chenchene ye no yen agentete ye ti Koyima no wan hu ni smooth level a wo de te won oh sure ya kire ne say ne rubber ye no ntimi fa nko bebia Koyima say finance minister kan budget na ono so wo lutu nkrofo dem sa na obowura wo dem a TV no ope 32 wono ompe kakraka won fa nko ye hwe 32 no pe na 32 yo kofa o si wo pe colored one wo pe color TV 32 no kofa e no sisa sound system ka ho e no wonya 200 Ghana cedis cash wajiko wo fa mobile phone e de ka ho na wo fa ni sa kan no se papa ya wo koko shed wa toto nkrofo kokoi de bia metwam na hata koko eno megiri se koko aba wo bowura na se papa no wakoto ni koko ni kra na kai se koko no half bag eno otam no nso kan Koyima na sa okro no nye fesa koko half bag eno otam ne koye na wo wie ya no se antemansa otedan na chi no na no hu sa antemansa ne ma na wa brochire no ama ne no eno bowura antemansa no okofa antemansa de now there my yankwe wo hene ba sian wo no ogina hobi na Koyima yentie sound ne kakra kransa na hene ba aya ba yentie kakra ba Kofi se muni fuo ena maame na oba ekire ne pacha opa mrante ne chaw da bi mamo mehye no na de na
yese Koyima sa na
Koyima na se Koyima so na okromfo wo je fans ne de kobokro
we no wo machi no so pe ne wo pegya
eno hene ba se aba obekire mu se ne kura no
Because me na me against
mob
action.
Ebi
wo ho a obi o time wo kura to me share that time
kromfo nice.
Eni be ho so na wonam asamando so na
say obi bisa munifu na sa mboni abam.
Munifu an de obehwe agu no so ahye no no.
Koima akudu. Oyin ne ba mami misa na Koima ye koto ne say wo kura TV no ana koko half bag ne da ne kon ho a wode ko.
Ama maminchia angel ya tifo na ahwefo nyina na Koima ye kana semi ni di ankasa ye achimota roba anche so no kro no bom no okosua no achimota no okosua no kro no bon e no de abete asanti krom be ko
o kase ni di ankasa ni achimota roba na ne maame ne papa to na achimota roba na achimota ha se o se be ne wo prison be ne wo wa okofa asa di ni wo
wodi onu free obetran kan ni juma ko di obedu ye no no ade to no ho so nti Koima nkwa de yira ya achimota roba ntese wo kan de a na wo mama ni matri so so mo be ni foni ba ku wo a wo kura ba puruwa wodi kan abokro no na che we no ye flashback eni foni ya twam ene emu hu ya no kura ba puruwa no na nanom okọ mo so ko to hye o so a aba no no di ko prim na nanom na na ba ko jebo a che so hwe samfoni na ne ne da so no no samfoni na nanom wodi kan dia ko prim na nanom ama na nanom akọ report a ye pe na che ndi daw na ono ne ko no bo no de edam fuom ba bia wotumi awia na de edekọ na enanu ya ne se papa ya wogina wa efe Koima okọ openi kwakufuri a ono wasante krom ho ne dem okọ ne dem no papa no ye mass prayer nto osore ntap ekospe kokoso na ne baba akọ efe David ono wanya mfinsha ne enso okọ bia no ano ani so no a chance gwa na ko school ne me ko afuma ba eno se okọ ye a wogina ne ba David wo ho no David nso omo dan no self contained David ne share inside and Koima ababe buni papa punu awura dem ho okọ ni flat screen 32 inches no okoko maaso o maaso wie no fa 2 million Ghana cedis kadada 2 million kadada na atwam no and ofa papa ni phone e ka ho na koko half bag ho and no so ofa afadi ka akoye and osan ba ya obefa na bra obefa second one and ye ne ba David na school ni awanya mfisha so ni ehu no nto ehu no pe and ofa da na gikoye and see David be born na na mane esa tam ni papa ni ho and omfrɛ papa so omra ni David aka nie oba ya omkɔhwɛ edam woni yampa ni TV de wode kɔ koko bag no so no wode kɔ a wabefa kan ne so ode kɔ ni nyina asesa kwan so sa akɔ ene sɛ ye pɛ papa yi chi no ɛyɛ Koima yi a ye kana sɛmu na sɛ emrantie tu om hu gu nwura mu a omkɔkɔto Koima na omkɔkye no na omkɔkye no wagye tum sɛ no korɛ ɔno na afa ne nyɛ no nko a oni nipa bi a wabom din a esan sɛ ye pɛ sɛ nipa akye om tie mpɛ sɛ dum din batuga wabom di so ɔno am ne kɔkɔrɔ no bɔ no nti omu ma aten saa de ne kɔ ba bi odi TV no kwa nte so ɔno adam ɛna ɔde na ba na ma ye kɔ duru dem bɔ no kɔ duru ne dem wa efe kɛkɛ obi afo ayida bi a wo bi nti wani be hu ni fo anu ama na ade so we TV anu ama so papa no home theater nyi ɔde kɔ ɔmo kɔ ni nyina ɔhɔ ama ni tɛ sɛ kɔno ndi ɛno host no hɔ nti nipa dodoɔ na akɔkɔ hu ɔmo nneɛma ɔhɔ a ɔmo kye no na ya boro no bi tia sɛ wabɔ kɔno na kyɛ nti we dia sɛ ɔmo wie na ebi sɛ mo bɛn hye no na opposite ba ko ɔkɔ pra so your friend Francis ɔno ne twitwaje no nti yɛbɛbɔ police na ba so pa instant justice no gyina hɔ a wa ma na adwuma ɔno ne kyem sɛ ɔmo hye no na ebo wɔn mfa no kɔ ɔmo custody a abrante Francis ne timi gyina hɔ a ɔmo de nti Koima a yɛ kan sɛ wɔyɛ comfortable amo a ɛnyɛ hɔ ko atobi kuro mu akɔbɔ kɔ no hɔ manfi wakɔ hɔ brenchi kuro mu akɔ hɔ a wɔte wɔti mu na ɔkyerɛ obi kwa san ne bese bag a ɔba bɛ maa so yira yɛ nyinaa ɛyɛ ɔno ɛna ɔka Koima sɛ wɔka na no musam a yɛatena ɔwɔ polisifoɔ akatete Koima a yɛfrɛ ne atemɔta rɔba no saa bere a meno kasa deɛ ɔwɔ polisifoɔ akate a yɛhwɛ sɛ nimɔnim yɛ a ɔmde bɛkɔ akɔgyina mmara anim
ɔyɛ ne ba Koima kurom hɔ ankasa na ofi na wabisam sɛ bi ɔwɔ yere wɔwɔ mma wɔwɔ mpena bi
ɔnwareyɛ na ewo mu ɔmpena wɔ hɔ ɔwɔmpra kurom hɔ ne maame te ne papa te nkai sɛ twagya to n'anim a baabi a nka ɔmo twagya to n'anim kora yɛ ɔno maame anim ɔmo fie anim paa ne nka ɔmo twagya to mu ahye ne wɔ hɔ saa no ɔte kurom a ne maame ɛwɔ hɔ na ɔmo kyerɛ mu a sɛ Koima akɔyɛ biribi ne sɛ woka a ɔmaame ɛma ɔnka ɔpapa nso na ɔmo akɔtaa n'akyi nti nka ɔmo deɛ ɔmo wie no koraa firi kurom a ɔmo nhia no biom
ɔyɛ ne ba ma yɛn no ase ne yɛmfa nsia
sɛ ɔmo atumi agye ne ho
ansɛ ɔse police na agye ne
na
ɔmo asesa ɔmo phones no say exhibit Wako so phone do bi dem amen na ho. Ukofa akọ exhibit ye de be court akodi adanse.
You be there 7 year time ben when your phone use.
Oh. And then exhibit o. And to ahene ba
No,
phones.
that means on what wajatum.
So oje tum. So waje atum. Eso no fine enyo no nko a.
Hey.
Eye gang. Hey. Eye gang. Na and to ahene ba wo hwe phones dodo ahe ene nkrofo asesa wo edem ho.
Ama phones dem time. Obi e hu no te
Angel FM.
Ba om de om nsa keka ne kakra. Wo mo kire ne bibi kitu abi wati wa kakra.
Om de om sasra no na nya bro na eno kwa we nya on so we san say ono no approach kwa kono so pe. Om ba tu no dan mu. Om kire say om ye be ma om mi efu no ono obi kan kwa police ni ba ko ansa na police po ni na si. Enti na no san commander ma o ma nya se no mu ja no ma no. Enti ono de wa ti ni pa so om se de om ko om sa ya papa no om de kan o yi ma ya atmo.
Ahene ba si amaye no ase na sa mo wa achimota rubber ene be akope achimota rubber.
Achimota rubber.
Oh, do hwe ne body.
But I do we say no wo mo ekwasesa phones no. Omo nso ya akromfo. Obi wo hwanye ne de akora wafako.
Ba bi adu idi.
Se oduru ha media anti say de ma evidence a kire say ye de ane ye so aka say media. Nti oduru ha media no wafa, media no wafa, media no wafa. Kromfo akofa kromfo akowia. We enu abi na asie no. Ebi take advantage. Asesa phones no. Oh.
The same graph ni menyo obi nana diamond o se amapa exhibit ben wasam na oka oh exhibit o ye de kokota kodi adanse say we nsu ye koto wo dem na mo se ni nyina akode mo nsa keka ne ma
na mo koto ho ba o ma form ade ko nti still exhibit but
exhibit onya de Kofi a nwa na awia wa de
ama phones na obi atwere so hwe ya phones ko
yam kra ye ni phone obi ade bia ye na de wate na se de ko yima ya buru ide ma me fa nko ba heba hospital wate wadaroma we police ni kra na ajo enso ma me fa nko ba heba hospital wo kwa wo betwetwe esan se de tie bia abekwa kopiem wo court ni aye de brahima ya do be court enti ba heba hospital adaroma ba wo be miemia kama se de okogina dakema ye bi say are you guilty or not guilty? Say I'm guilty and ten to money a sentence so enti baby I will be a man family crime Sprinters Quantum Pony so 18 junction Kumasi so na mo de a monko atonso agogo government hospital na chiwa enye sa fre banchenfo e wo 0244 98 804 and 0244 083 482 na no ano no Uber any Access Bank say me kan to so maka omontoma abanchiri ma enne ukra Access Bank Visa card ni bia 30% shim na ese yate afi so e de ama wo beji wani atena ka ma relax sa na ese eno ano no na du papa baako eye Gideon Hene Heba Center mesre wa e ma na mutiri propro e ma na mununum na ete no ye Gideon Hene Heba cream e de aba bomodi anso odi bi be fefa oti ase na ese eno ano e ma ne mema nyina aduru eye candy mix anaso mintiminum kamienu ni bom na nonom wa be di ho adanse o fre 0530977943 a obenya dodo atu Brakofi yenkoye nim
abuziafo ye bekoye nim ai was say ama you will see me soon your other brother in Minnesota Pepra Harrison and what you know by was say I tell you take your thing and go you Henry David no dia ko tena ho na ko ye exhibit phone no ba yira wa exhibit room o dia men for ade enko de nana eye jabom diamond say amapa what exhibit o dia mon say some ade enko ala was it which kind of exhibit Ghana we day 20 pa yes so man for mabu exhibit no hina pon man no say kudos to the police officer wan ko nyane nchan yankasa Brako yima wa ye funeral ti ko yima da se pa we so see from your branch keke kaswa America template ni bia we say alan kwaje template ni bia we so see ko yima is craving for owu an or hwe lenda dai owu pa na ko yima wo hwehwe no na eye pasky say so we have ko yima and Achimota Robber asemnie an ono are the same person wa was Achimota Robber pa in fact Robber and Robber then that died you know see good evening ya so was a hardship all over Ghana oh nyame ehunu Ghana former bo Mr. Odeno teacher Mante and what trade away a day every buyer. Was him in London, your family and night yaw, and I meet him. Oh, okay, and your London sister new. Was in news, no, so the other day, oh, your family, the Bellbone fly. What?
I told my rubber. Montiasia, what's your first say? Bellbone
fly. We they call a baby out here now, yeah, Bellbone fly. I was here for young crying. Yatwa and some no eso. I get the four any businessmen, any women be air worker swap Millennium City Junction ho. No much as say woman was a CBI ye di be dwadia ye lorry station near de sabre nipa bi aba say eye woman dia. Woman bodin ba ku bi kura say woman see e bi is a McDonald's say waba a che say wakofa langa CB. Ene nipa bi a kyese wo mo kyese wo mo gya asase no ansa wo mo asu a wo mo ni suo no nkoba bia ti de wo mba ne se wo mba boko gyan wo mo ni an ena wo mo aboko gyan ena wo mo de nti wo mo ti wo mo ahijama ye ni abre ko adwadifo ni bi eno no na no ena na ajakwe a wo ye principal elder wo area ho kyese area ho nyina no wo kyese sasase no eye ne dia no ono a na de ma ase mfanye lorry station ni edwa a kyese zongo chief a wo ho eni nipa bi aka bom ni nipa bi nom wo se nipa bi mo aka kan wo ho abom a wo mpeso mo gya asase no na se de ekọ no bi wo kora no mo ya na aposifo eka ho bi ti gise omo frɛ IGP ema no ebam bi
27 years ni ya tena asase so achepa ye hu ya ne papa bi abase asase ne dia enti wato fenso afa ho a besise opam ye containers nyina ye nte ase nne enti ase china ye gye ya de nananom na dia asase na maya wa san ye documents e fa ho nyina a chese ho nso ye nso ye de bi enti ontime nje mfi ye nsem nde ochina kan wa maye date ye ntime nkọ
akoye no uni ska wa no ndru dem papa peso mbu ye mfa so dedenden e ma time wom ye kita nkola disi opamu ye de ne nto aduane ma ye ne mbandi onu do woni sikant ne yin ne ba ho atom yes ye ka twa ne se asase no ye mpene ma ne fende obi a o se okita 8 plots ho asase document ade taught me twa fence or to 12 plots ho enye ejuma obeto wo so otimi to wo efa abandiem se honum na aka wo de ye mti asema ne de asema ne china opani ye mu a onfa asumdue mbra ori takashi ba yeso de behia no
to 19 years obi amba se asase no ne de ada nti nananom so a omo de asase no ma ye no wo ma on begye de se ye de ma omo no on ba begye wo ye ho papa ya o claim asase a wetwa ho fence wo nyinan ye hu nanim wo hada na se ya be 2 years ni oba o si mu yi mu container asase no mato mu yi mu container asase no mato nti ni ye ne ye nti ase se yatna asase no so for 18 years na all of a sudden no obeba be claim ownership say asase no ye ne dia nti de pesa ban brim na de wo ho bia no ye into
I was here for enti asase no we say wo mo se wo MP honorable Desmond de Graft ono so ye money din say wo mo sere no a ono so meka bi emfa mo na ne nyina mu no Zongo chief a wogo mu anyanya no Sariki Audu Isaka Giwa wo de atodwa se de wo mo kan nyina allegation kwa wo se enya de a eye nokre se wo ne Mr. McDana aka bom no wo se ne nyina ya allegation
TV no hu manyim de emi no marakan ne da menya man ya hwehwe Zongo TV no onyi no mu mfim da mo kwan no onam don onyi no mu mfim wala ya Zongo TV wan kan de obi na asase da wa onka je mfim ni sem ofo mo obi ma samara yin de oji asase ma hia ne ya station in the market
ya ka che dan pali bebem da
de ya pere waji ma hia ne ya station
Atenyin enti di akwesie eno no ye de honsemo atodwa wie ye gidi se agine
ba se minhwe na mbo mu asama
but aduane ne de se be ye de oh zonko chief no yentie no
100,000 se odi mu ne chirman tishu asamba se minhwe na mbo mu asa magdana no oba magdana no ba so no ofa sa lose money na oka no 100,000 se odi mu ne chirman tishu bi until ndeda miti se omaye sa ye niabri ko when you do it in the wise way. When you do it in the wise way.
Now woman ya bre kwa so mani be breti woman so dwom a woman tro ye no anya hwe wote nti no mpesa wote ye ni abre ko na ehho asem no but Remy natural spices ne de wo de aduane e ma aduane ye de ye Remy chicken wo ho ye tie no flavors ne different ones Remy chicken, Remy stew, Remy fried rice, Remy jollof, Remy goat, Remy beef, Remy shrimp ne nyina e wo ho a wo de aduane e ma aduane ye de enti bomodin na wo aduane bia wo beno na odi bi aye na aye de Del Cielo Optical Services say ubehwe wani na wahunu ade yie abra kan book Bible ene eniema hodo bi apese o kan na nso kan unhunu ni yi a bomodin na bra Del Cielo Optical Services be mo ahwehwe ni wa papa na watumi ahye na wo sha ubehunu ade kre na watumi atwika nso ye DVL for say uhia eye test Del Cielo ye be yama ye Airport City, Ring Road Central, Achimota, Legon, Aflao, Kaswa, Takrade, Kumasi, Sunyane. Your number is 0244 926 488 0244 926 488. Freya na ye mwama wenino entumi enhunu ade ebio. Ama minisa be come ampanyin dada akofo no sorry so. Badansa na no. Bedema Heba Hospital. Say obi a ohome a ensisu ye papa no asthma ne respiratory allergies no brana yemwa no watumi ahome ye na mframa de esote a ede ade pi no na eba na afi asthma ne no ya woda ne fie da ne ye hyeda ye ho adwuma pa enti obetumi aba ne yahwe ede ama na esan say ade ahodo bebre yesan wo nuru friend with the garlic mixture I know a garlic ne prekese ne yakande abom e boost immune system esama moja flu ye woni padua no emu ene ye wo mema nso adu friend big man capsules eboa mema ema wo motumi aye adwuma eye na koko de no ye friend with the co capsules fresa number ene ema obi nton ana wo hwe hospital na wa hunu akiri kwan 0248 288788 0248 288788
Yankwa na ye to aso de na rehosem na ye de to aso enka ne mampani Kofi John de ewo kufuo ne yire eka baby Mami Teresa dodo na efre no ma test na nyame ya adom ye di ne na wotwe deda afei ena busuafo ebo Ganafo nyina amane se ye maame ye nana ye so a yade nyina Mami Teresa aba kufuo ene ena ye yi no ye ekoye ma sesronko kra ede ema no nyame ya adom a wochena ye de ne beto mpam ewo State House Parliament animu ha na efia anopa nonso ekosi se anopa nonwotwe abo apahosema aduanan enum no ene anopa na ejamfo akwakofa ho a ahwere nani achi krakra na dansidi a yenim ewo edifa ye maame hu yakodi ni kama pa ebusuafo se bakope no krabre ewo babia obi ani achire nko obi enim ho a yebeka se private barrier no na enu achi no eye nyame ya adoma 18 November eye bosumi ya ne da etoso edu enwotwe asante mantem ene yebekọ na yakwakohwe se yebekọ ye na yiye ye doti yiye no yebekọ ne kama pa edi ama enti amanebo a yede ma on se ye nyina ye maame Teresa aba kufuo nyame ya adoma wochena wo de etena Angel TV ho efi anopa na kosisi ye bepeja mu no edi akoni nyina ye de bibia ba beso kama enti ya konsem bi a wo no wochena na wo twero de ba wonim no woni na hia pen eden na wonim efa ne ho empo ni kunu asese wagya no ewachire eni emma no eden na wa obeka edi afa no yenyina we so niema yenyina ye papa yenyina ye former president John Kofi de ewo kufuo yema shedding ebusuafo nyina yema mo shedding emma ene nana wanu ma yagya wo mwachire nyina ne Ganafo nyina yema mo shedding yenyina yema ye ho shedding
entina keso ochina na ehya ase kese pa na bekoso asante mantamu enti mu amo se kurum na mo ahwe yanim alewa GH say Brako Fi I am new here yesi an obi frame semra metie news no maba betie na koyi ma minim no pa was alewa GH say na alewa GH enim eye achimota roba nso munya guy name ganim
alewa GH
alewa unim no pa on was say yes I know koyi ma pa ani ono a wo match no koyi mo wo mo say wo wura dem ko wiawia TV ne mobile phone so man fa akwasisa wo mo ade di akwesi no why abusiafo ye gina we so na ye jamu wo TV so na ya betwa so ewo radio so ya ye somo anwumre eye me Kofi Adomah Nwanwanii na nankrato hene a ozikan ade asema ushia me kromu aka koni a mema otu anwumre mene
ama Brako Ampofo
yadusi achia opi
Asia kan se oba una obebisa no.
Hello. Na we dia se me ho asem na mo kai. Mai boni bia na.
Na nsen ye hu se wo na matos. Wo kru ne wo benso. Mo kala toso.
Ma hint asem no. Eni. Virgin fresh alata semina.
Virgin fresh.
Semina wanwaso bia abadwa so a ebo ma wede na ye kama. Na ye wona hodo nso bebre. Ye wo virgin fresh, virgin black, virgin anti-rash, virgin gold, virgin shower gel, virgin antiseptic, virgin supertone. And ye wo virgin bar soap wa. And obetimi de adware na wasanso de asinyam. And ye ma pa ne de yesemene. Memfa we ma. Afei na makoje. Virgin black. Wo de ni.
Me pebie to akoton wa.